Sakurai's confusion, more Lucario revamps, an updated home run bat, and most importantly, a brand new character. There's so much to talk about this week because this is NSBD! Admittedly, the first picture of the week is not very interesting. Thus, I have not much to say about it. The picture shows a Nintendog staring at the television screen, which is obviously from the Nintendog stage previously shown off in the game's trailer. This stage will be on the 3DS, as Nintendogs is a 3DS game. It is pretty humorous that Sakurai commented stating he often gets confused on what game he is making. Nonetheless, this is what I call as a filler update, much like many of the pictures we have received in the past. Tuesday's picture is very interesting. Ever since Lucario was revealed to be in the next Smash Bros. Games, there have been several updates highlighting of how they have completely redesigned his moveset. First with the major aura sphere changes, then with his new extreme speed, and now with his double team. Double team is a move that I have often heard complaints about, and honestly when I used to play as Lucario, I never liked it very much. It was hard to time right and hard to use, at least from my perspective. This is why I'm glad they have tweaked it. It is unknown how exactly they have changed the move other than its complete new look. Now, the clone seems to have an aura sphere in the middle, but that is probably from my theory of how it works now. Double Team in Brawl had nothing to do with the move in game. It actually worked more similar to how Counter works in the game. However, my theory is now Lucario makes clones similar to how Double Team works in the anime, so it can throw off the opponent. This is a really cool idea in my opinion, as I've always wanted a cloning type attack in the Smash Bros. Series. Hopefully they still keep the original attack too, because while I did dislike it, it definitely had its strengths when it was useful. What I want is when there is no one nearby Lucario, it makes clones. But Double Team would work similarly to how it does in Brawl when Lucario is attacked with a physical contact move. This is just me grasping at straws, but I feel it is most likely the scenario. I never really cared much for the home run bat. I always disliked how it was a generic item that you use to whack people without any sort of special ability. I mean, we pretty much had the cool looking beam sword for that. I know if you hold down the smash forward, it can do a significant amount of damage as well as a great amount of knockback, but honestly, I was never able to pull it off. It was too slow for my liking, and I would always get damage before it could occur. The only time I would succeed with it was on small stages when I would do it while no one was around, and then someone would be knocked into it and then they'd get hit by it by mistake. Summing up, I never really liked types of attacks where it is rarely useful, but when it is strong. I prefer consistent abilities. Anyway, that's just my rant on the home run bat that ended up being a little bit longer than I expected. It seems rather unchanged in this new Smash Bros. Game, except for their new visuals for it. The new lightning effect makes it feel like a successful strike is more satisfying other than the bat just sparkling. But I do wonder what it will look like from a distance. In fact, haven't all the bats been lightning? I could never really tell based on the distance of the camera. Hopefully the Wii U's graphics will be able to identify that properly, but I wonder what the 3DS graphics would look like. However, in the second picture, the new air effect showing an opponent being knocked away is rather sick. The home run bat seems rather unchanged, but I do believe with the new visuals, it could be more fun to use. This new picture I don't feel is very important. It just shows Peach using a new rainbow attack. I believe though that this is mainly a visual redesign for one of her smash attacks in the previous games, as opposed to an actual attack, similar to how her side special in Brawl added the hearts. However, the comment that Sakurai posted has nothing to do with the picture. Instead, Sakurai tells us to look forward to the Nintendo Direct, obviously implying there's going to be a new character announced. And yes, there was, as Little Mac punches in. I have some fears that Nintendo is going to be scrapping the bottom of the barrel for new characters, and while I do believe that this was true with Rosalina, this is not the case with Little Mac. Little Mac is a character I was not surprised included because there is very few Nintendo series left unrepresented. However, he was also an assist trophy in Brawl and is literally a fighter, so I was quite surprised that he was not included in the series back then, as many retro characters are included. Little Mac seems like quite an interesting character. Ever since Marth was made a bit slower in Brawl, I've always missed a character that is fast and can hit rapidly, and Little Mac seems to suit that style, which is why I look forward to playing as him. Not only that, but his 1-hit KO attack seems interesting, though I do believe it will be tricky to pull off like Jigglypuff's rest. The Wii Fit Trainer does excite me the most out of all the new characters added. Little Mac is surely the character I feel I am going to be the best at. I hope there are more fast characters included, as I like what they are doing with this new representative. So I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to the first episode of NSBD. I hope I am able to commit to this for a long period of time until the Smash Bros. Game is announced. Every week, as I said in my announcement video, I'm going to be taking the pictures that are posted in miiverse and analyzing them week by week. So enjoy, and I'll see you next week.